Today I'm at the Mountain Brook High School track. I'm actually training for the Senior Olympics that's held in 2019 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I wanted to share with you today about some of the things I'm doing in my real estate practice. I've only been in real estate for 2 years. I'm a retired financial advisor. I'll get at some later posting into why I chose to get into real estate, but let it be said that I saw an opportunity. I'm a baby boomer. I realized that there are more baby boomers trying to sell their homes than there are Generation Xers and millennials who can afford them. This is caused in great part by the fact that we're in the middle of, or the start of, the baby boomer sell-off. Starting in July of 2011, baby boomers started turning 65 at the rate of 9,000 per day in Birmingham, in the United States. In Birmingham, we thus have roughly 650 homes coming to market for over $750,000 every year. And if you go back to the statistics, the records on the MLS, you find that only 50% of them sell. The other 50 are passed on to the next year. So we have homes that are in the $1 million range that have been on the market for as much as 10 years. And it's a problem. So what I realized is that it's going to take more than a sign in the front yard and an MLS listing to get these houses sold, because only 50% of them are going to sell. Now, I might be able to generate a few additional buyers by marketing and promotion, and that's what I do. I use social media marketing to help bring my clients' homes to the attention of those few buyers that there are, roughly 325 of them in a given year. And in doing so, I push my client's house into the sold column. I've been successful in it. Right now, I'm a single practitioner, a single agent, and not a part of a team. And I have, 6 listings totaling a little over $10 million a piece. So the average listing somewhere over $1 million. And that's what I go after. I do that by every morning. The first thing I do is I go to my Paragon MLS listing sheet or day's activity, and I seek out the expired listings that are over $750,000, and I write these people a letter. I actually use snail mail. The first line in the letter always says, "Are you puzzled why your house hasn't sold?" And then I go on to explain my interpretation of why it hasn't sold. I go through the pictures. I go through the statistics of, in the year that their house had been on the market, how many houses in their neighborhood sold in their price category. I then go look at the pictures of those houses and see how they differ from the house that I'm trying to get listed. It doesn't happen on the first mailing, but I do catch their attention. I also go into detail of what the baby boomer sell-off is all about and how it's affecting them. So I give them information, and that's what I have found is key here. These people are clueless, and they're frustrated why they can't get their house sold and why you, my agent, can't get it done for me. So I play off that. In my advertising, I use Facebook. I use a lot of email. I've built a database of over 2,000 people here in Birmingham who I think are potential clients at some level. And I email them on a regular basis and explain to them what's going on. So I'm giving content on a regular basis. I think this is a huge opportunity. And it's because there is an inefficiency in the market. There are more sellers than there are buyers. When you find an inefficiency in any market, it presents an economic opportunity for those who can find the solution to the problem. That's what I am. I am not selling homes. I'm selling a solution to a problem. And it's through my knowledge and my experience that I'm able to do that. What I want to do, and you might be asking, why are you sharing all this with me? I don't know. I think there's an opportunity for people to help other people. And in the real estate community, I think I have an opportunity to help you build a business if you choose to. One of the key functions of my business is I choose who I want to do business with. And that's done. And I'll explain that in my next video. I use LinkedIn very, very strongly to come up with the names of people that I think are going to be my future clients. And then I just drip on them on a regular basis. So I've made one circle around the track. I've shared some ideas with you. Next week, I'll be back at the track doing my training, and I'm going to pull out my camera and produce another video. And I'm going to tell you how I use LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is the most overlooked social media tool that we have. It is seldom spoken of, and it's not really understood. I'm also working on writing a book where I can share all of my activities, and I'll be putting that out sometime, probably in July or August. So I'll tell you more about that next week. So until next week, I'll be training for the senior games.